The Association of Bureaux De Change Operators of Nigeria has lauded the decision of the Central Bank of Nigeria to recall Bureaux De Change into the mainstream FX market as a major factor in the ongoing exchange rate stability. In a statement, ABCON President Dr. Aminu Gwadabe said aside monetary policy tightening that led to interest rate hike and more investment in government instruments and the clearance of $7 billion Forex backlog forward commitments, the recall of the BDCs has significantly boosted dollar liquidity at the retail end of the Forex market. Gwadabe said the success story is unending as Naira trades at 1,255 Naira to the dollar on Saturday, even lower than 1,269 Naira rates BDCs were advised to sell. Babajide, I'm coming to you now on this because, when we see stories like this, it's more or less gives a little bit of hope on the Naira, having a little bit more strengthened, don't you think?
Yes. I think there's hope, really, like I said the other time. And, what Gwadabe was just trying to say is that he loves the bold steps taken by the federal government, the CBN, in making sure that the Naira gains more, and that the Naira has gained about 660 Naira these few days, if you read him, and that allowing the Bureaux De Change operators into the FX market because of the retail end of the FX is of those who really buy and need it is a really welcoming development, and you will see it that even the amount that was proposed as the rate, the Bureau De Change operators even sold lesser. So those are the dividend of what CBN really did, clearing the backlog of monies owed in the FX market, especially the airlines operators who we are really owing money. They cannot repatriate their money. The international organizations that are working in Nigeria and other needs to repatriate their funds back. And this has accumulated so much that they are not even trusting us again to work with us, to come to Nigeria to operate again. The airline, you see that initially in those days with less than 500,000 Naira, you book a ticket that will take you to the UK, even to the US. But at a point with 2 million Naira, you can't even get a ticket to take you out of the country if you are going for holiday and all that. But we will start seeing changes now as it is falling and all that. And he said he is proposing some developments that they can inject into it. Now, major reasons why these monies are, why dollar is really appreciating at that time is you see people who are doing round tripping, you see people who are odding, you see people who are doing all sorts of they do illegal activities against the speculators. There are speculators, there are those who odd, there are those who do round tripping and all that. And it's not really, it's to their own gain, not to the nation's gain. If we have 100 people and 2 people are doing this to their own gain, 98 others are suffering, including their family members and people around them. But this is where the CBN have been able to come in and are really stemming it down. But what we need to see is, as the Naira is gaining, let there be also reduction in prices in the market, so that the common man on the street who doesn't spend dollar, you go to buy the impact. You go to buy Gary and they tell you, is this amount? And I say, how? I say, dollar, it's because of dollar. And you start to wonder, what has dollar got to do
with my Gary?
With Gary that is supposed
common
to be
staple,
for the common man on the street and all that. So I think there's really, really hope in, as you can say. And the president, Aminu Gwadabe is full of praises for the federal government and the CBN.
Yeah, BKO, your thoughts on this?
Yes, Dr. Gwadabe had always demanded that the BDCs should be returned to the mainstream foreign exchange market. You know, it was Emefiele that banned them in 2021. But Cardoso came, fired more than 4,000 BDC operators.
Yeah.
We had about 6,000 plus. Today, we have in the region of 1,500 left. He sanitized the sector. He came up with fresh guidelines to make life difficult for these Forex bandits, as Sunday Wale Adenino has named them. So, to make life difficult for them, he came up with some guidelines. Today, if you want to sell dollars to a Bureaux De Change operator, you must provide evidence of the source of your dollars, and you cannot sell more than $10,000. So, and then if they send dollars to you from the UK, the banks cannot pay you dollars across the counter. They must pay you in Naira. Because what is the point? The dollar is not the medium of exchange in our country.
Absolutely.
It is not our legal tender. Yet, people have turned it to a kind of underground currency of Nigeria. You know? So, the hunger for the dollar is being reduced gradually because supply has improved. Foreign portfolio investment and foreign investment in Nigerian assets have gone up. This is what most people don't know because they don't even understand it. You know? The investment by foreigners in Nigerian assets has gone up. Therefore, we are getting greater liquidity than before. And just as Dr. Gwadabe said, some of those measures that the CBN took, they are really helping us in terms of monetary policy tightening. So I believe that things will continue to get better. Last night at the airport hotel, the Naira was exchanged for 1,110. So these days, and Dr. Gwadabe admitted it too, that even despite the fact that the CBN suggested to them that they should not sell because they sold dollars to them at 1,255.
Right.
But they were warned that they must not sell above 1.5%.
Yeah.
1.5% of the distance. So, which means that they were mandated to sell at 1,269.70. A good number of them are selling below
that price.
Yes. So you will find now that in some places it's being sold 1,200. I said last night, it's not as if I was told. It's what I witnessed, 1,110. So people have predicted that it will come to maybe like 900.
What about 200? Do you think?
200 Naira?
To a dollar?
No, we can't. If you listen to Moralu said, anybody thinking we can come to 400 does not know what he's saying. There are some realities that we have to admit. That would be place. That's not the correct value of our currency. How we have to tell ourselves the truth. If it comes to like, I would be happy for it to come to like 700, for example.
Right.
But people have already predicted that it will get to 900 very soon. 900 will be close to the 700 where Asiwaju met it. But people make the argument that, somebody on my wall said, let them bring it to the
Jonathan's rate.
Jonathan's rate. I said, okay, both Jonathan and Obasanjo Did they keep it at the rate that they inherited?
Definitely.
When the military was going, was that the rate that they gave Obasanjo? That's the question for the PDP guys to answer. When Jonathan was coming into office, was that the rate that he inherited? If you can't tell your people to go back to what they were, the rate that they inherited, why are you saying this person should go back to the rate that he inherited? We like abbreviating the truth too much in our country. The truth to us, if the truth does not suit us, it is not the truth. And the truth is by nature self-evident.
Yeah.
Even you, as we are talking, you know that you are not saying the truth. You will know. In the inner recesses of your heart, you know you are deceiving yourself.
Your conscience and your heart of hearts.
Yes. So there's nothing like, okay, going back to where he met it. The people that he took power from, did they take it back to where they too met it? You know? So, and there's global recession is there. There's a global economic downturn. We are part of the globe. We too will experience it one way or the other. Since COVID, most countries have not recovered. That is the point. Most countries have not recovered. The economies of countries have suffered as a result of COVID.
Right.
The big countries of the world, they went into recession.
Right. So in as much as this might be a positive feedback from the Forex market, seeing that our currency is gradually getting a little bit of value,
yes,
what can be done to sustain the stability of the Naira? Or perhaps, slide down further? We
have to continue to improve liquidity. Forex liquidity is the key issue. When there's not enough, it's a matter of supply and demand. When there's not enough supply, people will go haywire. They will do whatever it takes. But now we are seeing even the cost of jackpotting has gone down. Airlines are reducing.
Right.
You know what I desire the most?
Right.
If we can come down, even if it is to 800 or 900, let's have stability. If we go to South Africa, they don't, the volatility that we suffer, they don't suffer it. So people can plan. That's why airlines are cheating us. It's a lot cheaper to fly to Europe from Ghana or even from Benin Republic because the exchange rate is stable. Right. In our own case, they just abbreviate. Okay, let's see, they approximate. That's what they are doing to us because the exchange rate this morning will not be the exchange rate in the night. That's what we face here. And the next morning you discover that it has changed again. I don't know any country where that happens, except our country. The volatility is too much. You can't plan. So let's even have some stability. Right. You can have that stability. Investors will come. They know that they can plan. And the liquidity must improve so that investors can even repatriate their money. Right. Some of these investors, as Dr. Obiareri said yesterday, they are injecting money now. A time will come when they will want to take that part of what they've injected out. Are we going to have enough supply to give them? So if we don't have enough to give them, we'll go back to the same problem that we had. Yeah. Well, let's quickly hope that our country, our Naira, gets appreciated to a sensible value that everyone will be happy about. Thank you so much, my...